Hello everyone and welcome back to The Little Quilter. Today we're going to be continuing with the Sparrows Quilt, and last time that we were working on this I completed one block. I don't even know if this was the block that I completed. I don't think so. I think it was a blue and red one, but as you can see I have gone ahead and completed the rest of the blocks. So I have all of my little bird faces, which I think turned out really well. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had that one block of this fabric that was a little bit short, and this is what it ended up turning out like here. So on the back of it, what I'll show you is that there's not really a 1/4 inch seam along that, right? It's pretty much, and I went ahead and I actually triple stitched that because there's just barely any seam there. And then we pressed it to one side. So once I go through and I quilt over top of this, I think that will be fine. But it was just the nature of how it went. Overall, I think it looks really similar to this one. I do believe that size-wise, it's a little bit short, but not bad. Like it's not too bad. Oh wait, here, it's a little crooked. There we go. All right. So it's just a smidge short on that center part there, and I think we can work with that, okay? Okay, now what we are going to aim to do this time around is see if we can get at least the body, maybe the whole thing. We won't go too crazy. We'll just see what we have time for this week to get done on this quilt. I just spent an hour on the long arm doing some long arm quilting on the kite in a square block quilt and got almost an entire row completed on it. So it's definitely just been a thing of moving my time between my projects. And I know I also need to start work on the produce section. I did get that block of the month in and I want to get that going as well. But my sparrow stuff is just everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can make some progress on that to clean up the space a little bit by using what we've got out. And then I think I can get to the produce section. All right, here we go, guys. All right, everybody, I have done it. All 24 bird butts are completed. I realize that. These are literally like their little butts. So now, I don't think these go the same way. They definitely don't go together because they're going to be all different colors, but something along these lines. So now I've just got to put my little bird faces on my little bird booties, and we'll have that part done, which is super awesome. And then I've just got to do that final piece right here. So that will probably be another video. I'm gonna at least get a couple of these done so that you can see at least a bird that's not chopped in half. That would be a good way to finish it. We don't wanna have, this isn't a magic trick. This is sewing. So let's put some birds together and then we'll be done for the night. Okay, and also I just wanted to mention that again, the big thing with this quilt has been keeping up with the coloration pattern and the left to right, because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that makes you really have to pay attention, but it's good. I've had some training with the Elizabeth Hartman quilt, so I feel a little bit more confident about this. So now we've got to do a face, and the big thing here to remember is that basically, if it has the same color, it's not going to go together. So this one would work great for this guy. And then example here would be this guy could go on there. And then the last one, let's see. I want that guy because, well, actually, I don't know. Do they do that one? Oh, no, just kidding. See, this is why I watch this. Okay, this is why you have to pay attention. This is wrong. Wrong, forget everything I just said. So basically, the heads of the bird match the colors. Okay, so we need to get all of the reds out of this. Well, we could just go ahead and organize them by color. Let's do that. Okay, now I've got them all sorted again here. So we've got all our colors. Let's go ahead and we'll look at these with the green on them, because I've got one right here. And so we're going to do it like this, okay? Here, I'll move it over a little bit. All right, so the head color matches across the top, and then you'll have a different color breast and a different color body. So that's what we're going to do. Now that I have it figured out, we're going to put these together. Okay, you guys, so apparently I've kind of messed up in that if you look down here, these are the 4 colorways of the birds, which I definitely cannot do. I mean, this is how I have done them. I don't think it's going to look bad. It's just going to be different. I'm going to have a lot more variation in my birds. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. It's all the same colors anyways, so maybe it's not going to be that bad. But I'm not, it's too late now. We're not unpicking this. Okay, let's put some of these birds together and quit focusing on the bad stuff. Let's do this. All right, everyone. Well, I have completed a few of the bird blocks or the sparrows. I guess we should call them what they are. So we've completed some of the sparrow blocks, and this is what they're looking like, which I think looks pretty good. I'll show you this one. And this, so I've got all of the ones with the green heads done. And then my bobbin ran out, so that's why I wasn't able to complete any further. And, of course, it was my 10th bobbin. So every 10th bobbin on my Brother PQ 1500 SL, I will go through, lubricate, clean the machine, and then I rewind 10 more bobbins before I go through, lubricate, clean the whole machine again. So that's why I'm stopping tonight. But I am happy with how my birds turned out, a little bit disheartened by the fact that I somehow missed the actual, like, I guess, true colorways that the quilt was supposed to be. It's still in the colorway because these are the colors of the quilt, but it's not the actual colors that you see on these Sparrow blocks. So we'll just have to see how that turns out. I mean, I think it's still going to look really good and interesting. I don't know, I guess I missed that part whenever I was cutting everything up. It seemed like everything was supposed to be done multiple times. I don't know. These are the color selections that I've ended up with. This is what the quilt's going to be made with. I don't know how I missed that part, and it definitely just said to repeat them until you have 12 of them, and so on and so forth. So it really, I didn't feel like it was specific enough for me to think like, oh, I need to do it this. I guess I was supposed to just pay closer attention. So big note for those of you guys going forward, if you're wanting to do this colorway, you really need to make sure you're matching them up as you go. Otherwise, you're going to end up doing what I did, which was just going through and making sure that all of these blocks just had different colors. And in fact, when I went to sew these together, I almost put a different headpiece on here. So I almost chose to do I almost tried to do this with them whenever I was originally laying them out. So I almost made it even worse. And basically, I think I would have ended up with just a multicolored bird for every single one. So I'm glad I didn't do this. I don't think this would have turned out as pretty as this. So it's definitely worth having all of their heads being the same color. And we still have that contrast of the two different sides on the bottom. So all in all, it's going to be okay. It's going to be a beautiful quilt. And the person that I'm giving it to doesn't quilt, so she won't know the difference of what it was supposed to look like and what it really looks like. It's still in the same colorway, so I still think you're going to have the same vibe because that's the same colors. And I'm interested to see what this looks like. I don't know. Maybe we'll like it better than the original one. We'll have to see. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up tonight. Again, this is the Sparrows Quilt by Pen and Paper. If you guys are wanting to purchase this and do this quilt yourself, it's a beautiful quilt. I've got the body of the bird, well, basically the bird done, and super excited with how it's turning out. I do think it's still going to look really cute despite my little mess ups, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this as well. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all of those things. Love hearing from all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.